in our first episode with Arthur Rudman.
I'm an Eastern Caper. I was born in the Eastern Cape. I was born in Utenay. We farmed with Angora goats, moe farming. Got married in 1970 to Trinette, and as the years went by, game farming became more and more profitable, and then I enclosed an area just to protect our kudu, that today we've enclosed 40,000 hectares. If we go back to the 1970s, after we had enclosed 3,000 hectares, my viewpoint was just to protect the dwindling numbers of game that we had on Blaauwkrantz. Then to get a return, bearing in mind that was a very difficult period financially on our properties because we had a drought and low prices. However, I did believe that we should enclose to protect our kudu. To get a 10% return, I said after 3 years, I would shoot animals, sell the meat to get that return of 10%, which we did. Obviously, the game numbers increased dramatically. We enclosed it even further, and now we've got 40,000 hectares enclosed. The important part with that is that what were we going to do with the excess animals? Where's your best return? So we started off by having South African hunters, then having corporate hunters, and then inviting other outfitters to come and hunt here. As my sons were still at school at that stage, that was in the 1980s, and our very first international hunter that came to hunt at Blaauwkrantz was in 1978. But was not my client, it was other outfitters' clients. And then when my sons graduated at university, at Stellenbosch and at UPE in Port Elizabeth, then we started marketing ourselves. And today, where we have now 10,000 animals at Blaauwkrantz, we offer 40 different species and subspecies at Blaauwkrantz. So, and very important part is that your property mustn't be too small. You can't hunt with international hunters on a postage stamp. They've come to get the feel of what Africa is all about, and this is what you must offer them. And also that if they have to travel from one farm to another and then they arrive home late in the evening and have dinner and go and sleep, and early morning they then leave again, so you don't have any social intercourse with them, which is very important because that is where your marketing really takes place. Hunting is a very important part of the international scene. However, they are on holiday, we must realize. They must enjoy themselves, and we also want to enjoy it with them. So this is our way of life from an outfitter point of view, but it's their way of life in that they come out to come and hunt and spend a holiday here. They have observers that they bring with them, and they often travel all over the show, especially down the Garden Route to Cape Town. So we want to enjoy the whole scene and have a holiday period. 60% of our hunters today are returns. And of course that's referrals again too. So we have about plus minus 100 hunters a year, plus 50 observers that come. And when we go overseas again to go and market there, especially my sons at present, because of they're at the right age where they're accepted by your international hunters at 40 years plus minus. So they go and stay with these and they then invite prospective hunters to come to their homes, and we do a presentation to them. And we go to the SEI show at SEI at Las Vegas, or Reno, and Dallas show, and Salt Lake City. So bearing in mind, it's very expensive obviously to market. It costs us over $1 million to market. However, you have to market because marketing pays. And we have our setup going, we've got our lodges going, and the whole game industry is that way inclined. And we also then cull our animals. We are now getting our international hunters to assist us in culling. So, as was said earlier, there are bums in the bed, and that gives us a return when the main hunting season is over.
In our next episode with Arthur Rudman.
To say why we were awarded this prestigious award, and we're really very proud of it as a family, I disagree. I say that there should always be a 5% that is a problem child, because see that there's an income that can be derived from these animals, the important part of the enjoyment of being close to nature.